Sean Sewell with Engearment.com, and I have before you probably my favorite pair of Hestra gloves, the Fall Line Gloves. They've been around for a long time for a reason. Hestra makes fantastic gloves, as you probably know. These are just like the free ride go-to gloves. A lot of features they pack in here, so in this review I'll go over the fit, features, functions, and thoughts on the Fall Line Glove. Let's get into it. First, we'll start with sizing. I'm a men's large hand. I'm 9 inches around on the hand measurement, which correlates to a size 9 in Hestra. I have several Hestra gloves. Size 9 is usually my go-to size. Sometimes I go up to a 10, depending on the model. But for these, size 9 is where it's at. What these are, they're a really nice leather, very durable leather. Ski glove, in my case, split board glove, and they are like pre-contoured, so you have that nice, you can hold on to your pole for your ski pole, or in my case, poles when I'm touring, going backcountry skiing. And then these are not treated yet, so you would treat these with the provided waterproofing treatment. And that's a kind of misnomer. These are not waterproof gloves. These are leather gloves that are insulated, that are padded, that are durable as heck, but they are not waterproof. There's no Gore-Tex or other house-branded waterproof breathable membrane here. So, something to consider. Though if you do apply the treatment they give you for free and then reapply it ever so often, I should do it probably 3 or 4 times a season. So you may want to do it that often or less often, but that will provide a really nice barrier. Usually they're based off of beeswax or other natural oils, and that way it kind of keeps the water from being able to penetrate the leather, much like a durable water repellent on, say, a jacket like the one I'm wearing, or your ski jacket. So something to consider when you do apply the waterproofing. It will darken the leather. So I wanted to show you the color of the leather before I treated it. And this is after 6 months of use. I do treat my stuff very, very well, but they're really well made. The price reflects it. They're $165 US. So, and there's different colors in the lineup. This is the color I opted for. I think it's just a very attractive, neutral color, and it just kind of screams Hestra. And if you know, there's a reason a lot of people wear Hestra. Cody Townsend uses Hestra because it's just really, really well made. Swedish company. We had a chance to go to their factory here in one of their warehouses, not factories, one of their warehouses here in Colorado, and tour. And we have a video up on that from 2 years ago, so you can check that out. Some attention to detail, some features on these gloves. So these are going to be under the cuff glove, as you probably saw before I took it off. It goes on under your cuff, meaning the cuff will go over like that. Now there are other styles, of course. There are benefits to under the cuff gloves. Some people think they look cool, and it does. It looks nice and streamlined. Some people just prefer that method, and then they crank down on there to keep snow from going in. I go both ways. I like this, and I also like gauntlet. A gauntlet glove will come over the cuff, and then you can cinch it down and keep snow out that way. So stay tuned. I've got some reviews on some gauntlet gloves to check out. But back to this glove. You do have adjustable, stretchy cuff right there to seal in the deal. It does come with, and I didn't want to take these off yet, it does come with the strap to put around your wrist so you don't lose your glove. I know a lot of skiers like to take the gloves off and fiddle with stuff or take pictures or what have you, so that way you don't lose your glove. But it is removable, and I do remove them. That's right there. You can see you can just easily remove it. 5 seconds and you're good to go. While I have you in here, you will see a nice wool style liner, very soft against the skin, that is removable, meaning you can absolutely remove the liner and take it out. And then you would have a little bit thinner glove for, say, spring skiing. I don't know about you, but my hands do get cold in the middle of winter, but I ride until you can't ride anymore. I usually get into early June is when I stop split boarding, and so when I'm doing that, I don't want a warm glove. I just want a glove more for protection from, you know, branches and snow and falls than anything else, and the sun. Ever had sunburnt hands? It's not pleasant. Padding. I mentioned padding earlier. So as you can see right here, we have pretty thick padding. And it's not boxing gloves, so don't put these on and go street fight or something. But it does do a really good job protecting when you're touring. You know, a lot of people who are picking these gloves are going to be touring. Touring is backcountry travel, whether on skis or, again, split boards. It's the motion of ascending the mountain. More often than not, it's also just kind of basically cross-country skiing or cross-country splitboarding, which is, you know, it is what it is. Part of touring. But let's look at the stitching pattern. Like, it's Hestra. It's really well made. Again, like, there's other colors in the lineup. You can remove the strap, like I mentioned. It's one of the go-to gloves. I've had this one since last season, going into this season, the 24 season. I have a lot of friends who have recommended these two, and they absolutely love them. They love them, love them, love them. Again, Cody Townsend has a version of Hestra he recommends. They're just well made. And the price reflects it. And I'll put a link below for the video of the tour of the Hestra warehouse. It's a pretty cool tour. Probably do another one here this year. I'll put a link below if you want to check these out in more detail. Oh, one last thing I don't want to skip over. It does come with a carabiner, so you can hang these up to dry. Not in the fire, but you hang them up to dry. Think about if you're doing a hut trip, or you just, you know, back-to-back days of skiing or splitboarding or whatever outdoor winter activity you're doing, you do have the ability to easily, one, keep the gloves together so you don't lose them, and two, hang them to dry. It does come in handy, especially on a hut trip. Okay, I'm Sean Sewell with Engearment.com. Hopefully going over the Hestra Fall Line Glove was helpful. If it was, a thumbs up would be appreciated. If you got any questions, put those in the comments below. Do my best to get back to you. And if you have experience, and I know a lot of you do have experience with the Fall Line or other Hestra, feel free to share with the audience. We'd love to hear what you do with them, what you like about them, any observations. We're here to learn and here to share. So I'm Sean Sewell, owner and director of Stoke for Engearment.com. Until next time, take care.